Right, welcome guys. We're going to be just loading in the latest game that we've got with 1.3.3.6. That's the one we played last time, so there's been no installs since then. See, Shadow Rising not installed yet, but on its way, which is great. Let's go and just continue our game. Sorry, I've only just woken up. I've slept in today, which is actually a good thing. I don't get much sleep, and so when I do sleep in, I sort of I do like it. Still very, very early in the morning though, so I've only got a couple of hours of streaming before I've got to go to the beach, so not only going to be this limited time. I thought I'd just continue on playing our game here of Distant Worlds 2, mainly just to sort of try to pick up and build up the navy before anything else actually does happen. We're not at war with anyone. I forget actually what we were up to. What were we doing? We were trying to take out this pirate still. Still got this pirate back over here. That's really probably what we're going to do today, I think. Yeah, what we're doing here, that's right. We're in here trying to draw them back across towards us. Now that's their base. We can't take that out just yet. So we're just sitting around here waiting for them. So let's just unpause the game. And wait for some action. This is still recovering from the last big attacks that it actually had. And this fleet is the third fleet. Now, there's certain things we just can't do. This is in the Mosasa system, which is too far away. Dismiss that. I don't even know where it is. Actually, we should have a look and just see where everything actually is. Because we do actually have a couple of fleets. We've got the first fleet is refueling at Visoko 2 mining station, so it's also coming back in. So this is actually this is on its way, which is good. And so we do actually have, this one's got our admiral in it, and so we'll end up with two fleets in here, and the combined fleets should be enough to then take out this particular station. But it's going to be a bit of fighting going on before we can go and do that one. So Masas, I'll just get rid of that, just so we can sort of read where they actually are. We've got another group down through here, just a strike force down this way. We do actually have the older enemy. This is the Mortallans. They're going to be sort of all over us. We do have a lot of money at the moment, but we have crash researched these electromagnetic defences at this stage. So we're looking to get those so we can actually, that's right, we're looking to pick up that so we can go back in here and actually and clean up the territory that's in there and get some big powerful ships, which would be a bit of a game changer for us. What have we got in there? Nothing much. There's some beasts around here that we're going to need to get rid of at some point. So our fleets, what have we? I think we're up to 5 fleets. We've got the first fleet coming through here to help with the attack. The second fleet is only a defense force. And they're staying back at home. Now, there's no threat at home. The threats are all down in the south. The third fleet is now waiting back over here. The fourth fleet is an invasion fleet, which has got nothing on board it at the moment, and it's just literally got no mission. She can retrofit. Let's just go and do that. I don't think there's much. We've got, just have a look and see what class these are. These are invaders. Retrofit to Invader 2, yep, that's fine. So this one is, so I can see the specific upgrade path. I just wanted to make sure I had the right one. We've got 2 different invader types using the same hull. So if I just go back across to the fourth again, and then just tell it to upgrade, that will then just retrofit at Mitrani 3. And then we've got the fifth fleet as well, which is the strike force. Now, if I get too many, if I build too many ships, it's going to end up, tanking our economy. But we also need a lot of ships to be able to manage the attacks that are going to come to the south. So I think I need one more big fleet. Do I use that or the second? The second's already got like a fair few frigates. Already has a small troop transport in through here. This is going to be an assault transport, so a bit different than the others. Yeah, we might upgrade this one from a defense fleet to an attack fleet. That might be something we do. Just so we've got 3 big fleets that we can then manage. Our money situation is pretty healthy. Let's go and do that. So we'll just go and build the new ships for that one. That'll do us. Let's go back and watch the action with the pirates. They should be drawn in. Just watch as they're going back out over to here. You can see them sort of moving back and forwards. They're attacking this. But I don't want to go after them because they don't last here for very long. And then they will decide that we are more of a threat. I'm going to wait until I get the next fleet, the first fleet, when it actually arrives. The first and the third can then sort of do their thing. So we're sitting here on the doorstep. I thought they would have attacked us by now. Here they come. Now, very important that we get everyone to combine together. Now, these are all going off to refuel. So they're sort of sending in refuelers to go and actually go and refuel up. Yep, so they're all fueled up. First fleet, we'll just go and move them all together. And we'll just double check their tactics. Same system, that's okay. Very tight is what we wanted. Now, if it's set to same system, if we go back to the third, there's a set to same system as well, fleet engagement. That's interesting. So they're not actually doing it though. It might be because the third is now manual, yes, which means that they only do things very, very close. Red our base. Okay, they're taking money. This is why we have to get rid of them. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll just go back in. With the first is now ready to go. Let's send the first wave in, and we'll start to do damage down this way. We want to capture ships if we can do it, but we also I think we just want to take this out more than anything. Let's just go in. That is probably going to be jumping, I would guess. So I'll send the first in as the first wave, and then they should bring in a lot of defenders, and we'll just see if we can actually... Let's just take this one out now to the final sort of conclusion here. So first is going to go in and attack this one here, so attack the secret shelter. And the third, I'll just leave it back for a little bit of time. We may not even get to the actual secret shelter, so let's just go and unpause. So these are jumping. This will spawn a cruiser, and I want that cruiser. It'll spawn a cruiser once it gets hit. You can see there's frigates coming out. They're refueling at the secret shelter. Yep, so refuel at secret shelter. This is secret shelter here. There's going to be a lot of ships. So I'm just going to micromanage this. I'll just go to half speed, and we'll then just target the various ships that come out towards us. They'll try to defend. This is the base now attacking us. There's small crafters coming through. We're going to have a lot of pirate ships now. Just trying to jump away. First fleet is my most powerful because simply because it's got Sev the Admiral. Hi orangutans, how you going? And Adrian and Big Toolie. I'll just read the comments again in a minute. That one managed to escape. Once we get rid of this pirate, we've then got a fairly secure sort of way ahead then. This reactors is offline. I'm now going to bring the third in against this. So we'll now do the next wave. This one will then start to take some damage. So first we're seeing a few ships there with a little bit of damage done to it. Missiles coming out. While we're nice and compact like this, we're doing well. Just kill that off. Surprised that wasn't wiped out actually. That one there is in trouble. Let that one try to escape. So I don't want to give any orders while they're doing this. I can go to individual ships and give orders. Just wipe these out, guys. Wipe them out. Wipe them out. Individual ship orders now. One of them's escaped. That one's trying to get away as well. Here comes the third now. So the first is soaking up the damage. Constructing more ships as they go. He's been still trying to jump. Gone, that's good. Just keep on wiping them out, guys. Keep on wiping them out. Then we'll get the third to just do the bounce through to go straight after them. There's so many pirate ships in here. Banshee. See if any of them have taken any real damage. So the first is soaking up all the damage. I'm killing them off. Where's the vegan? There it is. It's the one named ship. It's still actually okay. Okay, third. It's your chance to shine. Got no boarding strength, but let's just take out what we can. Now, as soon as we start to hit this one, which we are now getting close enough to, we're going to... that should then spawn a cruiser. Get the remaining of these to take these out. That's just a heavy escort. Third, come on guys, attack the secret shelter. First, just needs to keep on wiping out the ships that are in behind us. Here we go. Here we go. Is that the cruiser? No, that's still just the frigate. There will be a cruiser that will come out. But it won't have any shielding, so it'll try to get away. I think we better just take this pirate out. So we've got its shields down now a fair way. Frigate. Is that the cruiser? Nope. So they're trying to escape. Damn pirates. Get rid of them once and for all. Third is taking a bit of damage. First is still got all its ships, but it has taken a lot of damage. Just sit back there and just try to fix up the back of it. Oh, we're not doing much more damage here. We've got the shields down now. Is this a frigate? I'm not sure where the cruiser got to. No real boarding assault strength. Slowly whittling down the armour. This is actually a feature of our beams, is that we break through the armour, but it's not. We're not doing a hell of a lot of damage here. I have to rethink about the balance of our ships and get something that can smash through armour once the shields are down. The deal breaker beams we've got are quite good with what they actually end up doing. First fleet, come on guys, just finish off these ships. Fuel tanker completed, that's fine. Slowly getting there. Most of their stuff is damaged, like they've only got one weapon that's operating normally. Let's just keep on wiping out these ships. Unfortunately, we didn't get to capture any ships at all. That's just a frigate. Wow, it actually took 2 full fleets to do this. Let's get both of them now to wipe out this one. Take the secret shelter. It's sort of on its way down now. Its defences have all been destroyed. A lot of the general slots have now been taken out. It's got no more weapons left. So we should be fairly clean here, except for the various ships that are trying to get away, the pirate ships. Good. Thwarted the Teekans. Just want to clean these up as well. It's taking a lot to get through this. What size hull is it? It's a version 2. Just the hull seems to be really, really strong. Stronger than I would expect. No, the hull, I mean, that's the size. But the ratings, yeah, it's still a rating of only 375. It's got a lot of stuff on it which we've now sort of destroyed. Anyway, we'll get this thing down, and this will be a good thing for us. It's going to strengthen all the other pirates, but at least we won't have anyone in our backyard. What have we got there? That's another frigate. We've got 111 boarding assault strength there and nothing here. That's okay. Just keep it going. Struggling getting this thing down. We'll just take out what ships we can now. So if they bounce in, we'll just try to get rid of their fleets completely. You see, we're hardly working our way through the hull here at all. Well, no, it doesn't matter. There's no rush because there's got no weapon left anyway. So we just sort of do it slowly. I'm concerned about how long it's taking me to rip through ships. I might have to have a look at our designs again. We're trying to disable as much as anything, and I don't think that's a good strategy anymore. You'd be better off to do damage. Let's get the first to keep on coming back in. There's the beacon there, untouched. It's important we get rid of these pirate ships if we can't take them ourselves. Although if we take this out, there's a good chance that some of the pirate ships will join us and then we can just pull them apart that way. Hi Beacon, how are you going? Keep me untouched. We have actually. You've completely... Where are you? Oh, there you are. Right, so they've now been wiped out. There's just a frigate. Didn't get any messages about ships joining us. So who have these joined? The formidable... This is actually the Dread Moon Intruders still. Why are they still operating? It's as if they've got another base somewhere. Belligerent trap. Again, these haven't been wiped out. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look and see. Dread Moon. So we've got a few pirate groups out this way in no man's land. Sinister Raiders back over here. But we're not seeing the actual where the others actually are, so I don't think we have to worry too much about that anymore. That's the wrong one. This one here is where they were. Well, let's keep on taking out these ships then in that case. So the first, we'll get to take out this one. The third can just keep on rolling up these guys. It may try to jump. Yep. Hopefully we've got enough to stop this one from jumping. We'll get the third to help out there as well. Still set to jump. Come on, stop it jumping, stop it jumping. Yeah, reactor offline, good. That's not going to make it. It's just been destroyed. They've just raided us again. Okay, so they're still out and about, but we've now wiped out their home base. It's surprising actually. I haven't seen that before where they do it. There's the escape pod. Potent Thunder. You can take that one. Pick up the escape pod, and we'll end up with. So we will then sit there and grab that one. It's part of the first fleet. Third fleet needs to go off and fix itself up. Sinister Raiders offering us protection, decline. If anyone's the pirates, we are. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to pick this one up. I'll just wait until we've actually got this one on board. You can see that we're now sort of taking this one out. So we get the pirate captain, but Soko 2, so they're still active. They're still active. So the third, look at them all. Look at them all. They're still back out here. Well, let's take these out again. Where are they off to? Unknown mission. Where are they going to go off to refuel now? You sort of need to watch where they go. There's nothing out here. So there's still an active group. I'll just get the third to move across here to refuel. Don't know if these are all pretty healthy actually. That one there's not, so that was in the fight. That was in the fight as well. And that one was in the fight. But they're all jumping on an unknown mission somewhere. Let's just see if we can line up where they go. They're all heading off in that direction, aren't they? We go to the middle of the map and just watch as they leave. So they're moving off that way. It's as if there's something else that they can do. Now that's the limit of our jump range. So they could be jumping to one of these systems and then jumping somewhere else. And I would assume if they're going to go anywhere, it would be out this way to where the other pirate groups are. Yeah, that's unusual. Anyway, let's just wait and see what actually where they end up. Normally, when you take out a pirate group, you end up the leftover ships end up sort of being distributed. Now that may be something getting ready for Shadow Rising. It might be something in the beta where they've actually sort of been experimenting with different ways that pirates interact now. Foreign pirate leader has been recovered, so we've now got Admiral Asati Hodel back in through here, so we'll just go and have a look at him. So he's on board this particular ship. So he will, now what's he got? He's got weapons range increase, boarding assault strength, targeting, ship maneuvering speed. So his has been picked up. If we then go across to the to where there's other things, if we go back into the characters, got ourselves one spy. He doesn't come, that admiral doesn't come through as an actual, actually he can be now used. Alright, so we've picked him up. He's actually an admiral we can make use of. Well, you can go straight to the third fleet. So we'll send you to the third fleet. Transfer to new location. So he has completely come around and has joined the joined the light. I'll just read a few of the comments here. So Big Twilly's saying, so sad really, all the patching all the time. It's done 0 for the game. Nothing seems to have really improved this far. Oh, you're kidding. I think it's incredible what they've done. It still has a lot of work to do. It's sort of, my take on it is that it's a game that if you play it, you do notice the changes, but it's the, where it's actually still, I think, fails is it doesn't really simplify the user interface to the point where the experience is impacted strongly. And it's funny because when you actually look at their reports on what they do have done with the game with the user interface, because I used to be quite scathing about the lack of user experience, where the focus wasn't on user experience until would have been maybe even a year ago. I saw something that Eric Rutan's actually put out where they went through all the stuff that they've been doing to actually try to make it so that the game plays better for people. And I was actually really pleasantly surprised, actually, and I thought, I better stop slamming the user experience side of things. And there's still work to be done. Like there's still stuff that's missing. Like why don't we have the measurement tool down in here, for example, or just somewhere we can get access to it? It should be something we can grab and use. So things like that, I don't like. That is a user interface issue where we don't actually have it. The automation, though, has changed dramatically. Don't think we'll be able to see it here. I was trying to show one of the big things that they've done, even just recently with the latest updates, is to highlight the automation settings, because that's actually where the biggest stumbling block is. When I read any of the YouTube comments, the Steam comments, I do notice that there's actually a big disconnect with what people have with the regarding the game and the automation. And so that's, even people who've played a long time really struggle with the automation side of things. And what they've done is they've now brought that into the front with if there's a message that's being impacted by an automation setting, it shows it. So I still think that it's actually I think they're just improving it for the better all the time. Even the automation with the fleets themselves, like they keep on tweaking things to do with the refuelers and stuff like that. So I don't know, for me it's I really think that the patching has been incredibly good. So I'm on the opposite side there, Big Tooling, sorry. Hi Sedgehammer, how you going? Just go to Twitch. So Twitch chat is saying Frog Empire, Best Empire says be off. I've never really warmed to them, and I'm surprised at just how hard it is for my ships to actually do damage. I need swarms of them, but I'm not a swarm faction. So we'll see how we go. Hi, Tailsly Fox. Be off saying the gravity beams are only good for attack if you mass them. They gut the shields and power and leave the ship with no defences. However, they do piss poor damage. Yeah, we might have a look at. I think we'll still keep them, but we'll look at other options to even just supplement them with just normal beams, because they do break through. They smash their way through the ship, but they. Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe we do need to get something with a bit more higher damage per second, or something like that, just to supplement what we're getting. So Bioff saying for defense they're amazing because they trigger the default settings of the AI to retreat when parts are damaged. Yeah, that's actually why I've got them, to try to sort of smash their way through the actual through the ship itself. Rangings, it's definitely a slow battle. The attack weapons do seem a bit poor. Yeah, we'll try that one out. I'll just go back up to normal speed now that we've actually taken that one. Tails is saying capture the base. The last time I tried that, it wouldn't do it, and I didn't have didn't actually have the troops to be able to do that anyway. It's tempting to do it, but it was like every time I've tried it. I know I've done it once where it worked, and I've done it other times. Every other time it just blows up. So I don't worry about it anymore. Unless maybe they're changing that. It seems that there is definitely some changes with pirates. So Orangutan saying it's definitely a slow battle. Yep, so they're a bit poor. Bioff saying you need to take torps or something to kill their hull. The beams are more like iron weapons than true weapons, even though, I think the torpedoes combination, we'll have a look at that and just to see what we can add in. The trouble with torpedoes is that they're so heavy, so they may be too big for our ship. So Began's saying hi, yeah, keep me untouched. We did. And Tailsly Fox is saying, how's my ship going? Is your ship in this one? If it's in here, it'll be in the first fleet. Where are we? We've got the Iron Demolisher. We didn't lose any ships here either, by the way. There's the Began. Oh, there we go. Tailsly Fox. A little bit of damage. A little bit of damage. Your armour is gone. That's the only real problem. Everything else is fine. So you're escorting the Began. So so your ship is still in the middle of the group there. Orangutan saying they might even explain the lack of the cruiser. They still have, that's sort of funny. It's interesting. Yeah, I think you might be right. The cruiser would only come if they're in their death throes, but I've never seen that happen where they haven't actually then offloaded all of their ships at one time. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. So we've got we've got this one here, which by capturing him, we actually get control of him, which is very, very nice. And then we've got still other ships and things out and about. Are these still all raiding? This is a different group. There's another frigate. So we can now at least start to. Well, we might have a look at the actual. See what designs we can do to improve our designs. And so the first as well. Now we'll set that one off to go back and refuel and repair. And the third as well is already going off to repair at Elysil. So these are all going back to the moon, one of the moons in our home system. The home world, this one here is actually will be busy building the fleet. So the fleet is being built there, so it can't really go back there for repairs. So we'll end up with a few other fleets. How are we going over here? That's just a little defence group back over there with the Artooks. The Artuks are the ones I would have liked to attack, but this is going to be ultimately where we're going to need to put our pressure. Put the pressure to bear. All right, so Galen is then sort of saying on YouTube, saying it doesn't matter how we got here. The important thing is we've all learned a valuable lesson about pushing the like button, subscribing, and setting notifications to all so we never miss a stream. Thank you for that. But no, it's sort of funny. Like people really do struggle with this game. And I come back to Big Tooley's comments. Like it's one of those things where I don't see that, and yet I do appreciate that people actually do have that opinion. And I think it's the onus is on the developers to actually then try to get around that somehow. And I think they've tried to do that. Let's just unpause the game and just let things sort of develop. I am worried about these guys down here. We are going to need to get a fleet back out this way into the Misum system. Might send the third out there actually, just to get it to fix itself up maybe at this system. So just go and repair at Misum 1 so they can just move out that way. New escort completed. Let's go and quickly pause and then we'll just go and have a look at our ship designs. This is another example of user experience / user interface not really performing well. The game does need to remember what your settings are for things, and so it needs to, role is, I think, the easiest way when you're designing ships to actually see what's what, and it always forgets this. And also, if I go into an actual ship itself, like if I go into the heavy escort, we've got 27 of those at the moment. If I go in and edit this, it doesn't remember my filtering and my sorting. So that's what these two are through here. So the filtering, and by default, it really should be latest per category and family. That used to be a bit buggy, but it's now very, very good. Sometimes you need to flick it back to all again, but very, very rarely. And this one here, the bay type and name really should be bay type, category, family, and size. That's by far the more important one to actually have. So that's the sorting, that's the filtering. That should be the defaults, but it should remember if you change it. That should be actually something that's actually remembered. So, yeah, there are a lot. For me, there's a lot of user experience things that really need to be fixed in the game because that is I think the perception because of that is poor because of what we end up getting with that one through there. So what we've got is we're using deal breaker beams. We'll just go back down to our beams down through here. This is all of the current equipment that we actually have that we can actually then go and place. Now I can't edit this design just yet, but we'll have a bit of a look. We've got two size limitations left over. And on the ship itself, we have that engine's not available. That's another user experience thing. It shouldn't be showing. If you can't put it on the ship, it should be hidden. It's confusing for people. If they don't know the design of the ship, you can only have a maximum of 2 engines. Why show the third? I know the reason that the third is shown there is because that one of the escort designs can make use of 3 engines, but that doesn't help us with what we end up having. So they do it for, they can sort of do it here for the other bits, but they just don't do it for that engine. And I don't know why. It's just it's these little things that do make it difficult for people to actually learn the game. Anyway, we're going to have a look at at what we have. We do have one more extra slot in there, which we don't really need. The only thing we'd be putting in there would be another assault pod potentially. The mega density fuel cells, we do have good fuel range, so we don't need to worry about that, because that's one of our racial techs, which gives us sort of more range. But we only got 2 slots through here, and one of them we definitely need to keep the Sentinel multi-beam. So it's really only the large mount. This can be up to size 120, can be placed into the deal breaker beam. And so the deal breaker beam is a large beam. If we have a quick look down through here, we have a medium there at size 38. If we have a look down at at what these do, we've got the large there at size 57. So it's probably the biggest of the actual weapons we can actually make use of. If we go and click on the deal breaker and then click on something else, even the medium there, we can sort of see there that The large essentially is it does double the damage of the or almost double the damage of the medium beam. So the medium beam is actually bigger than half the size. The actual damage rate is low. You can see they're at 2.2 per second. So this is actually what the problem has been for us, is we actually have a low rate of damage, but we do actually a lot of damage when it does actually hit. Then we have to close in with the actual damage itself. When we have a look further down, the biggest thing with this one is the shield bypass there of 30% and then the armor bypass of 75%. This essentially means we end up sort of smashing through into the hull, and then the hull does the damage. So the deal breaker is good at actually doing lots of bits of damage, but not a hell of a lot of in one big go. So Bioff is saying, think of it as an iron weapon. It's not for killing. Yeah, it's a damage weapon. It does damage through the whole ship, but not a lot of damage in any one particular spot. So we need to supplement this. And the escorts, I think the escorts are fine using the deal breakers like this. So the deal breaker beams are good weapons. I don't think putting it like this is a heavy escort, so we've got the two things. Still think the deal breaker beam there is actually the right way to go. Let's go to the frigate. So the frigate's the other weapon that we're using. And we'll just have a quick look and see what it's made up of. So it's got one iron cannon, it's got a sentinel, and how much space? We're right on the limits here. We've got a deal breaker beam there, the sentinel beam there on one side, and then they've got the iron cannon on the other side. Now the iron cannons are only sort of like a low, where are they? There it is there, size 12. So I really can't do much different there. And we've got size 11 with the sentinel, so they're only small. Then we've got one big deal breaker beam. The only thing I think I could really do would be to get rid of one of the deflection shield generators and put it into standard armor, which is not what I want to do. I don't want to change what I've got with my sensors. They're actually fairly good. The torpedoes here are too expensive, and we have a look at this one through here. The torpedoes aren't good at shields. They actually they're slow at shield, but then when they hit the armor, they do actually sort of bleed through the armor. Railguns maybe. Got a 13, so that's even one bigger than what we need. I could actually change my point defense to this buckler repeating blaster, which is like a little railgun as well. Though it is a beam weapon. Small railgun does actually bypass shielding, but it's not great against armor, but it will just do damage against the armor. And the armor is actually the thing that we're actually having the trouble with. So we don't want to be bypassing it. Maybe we go back to just a standard old beam. So we've got a 14. That means we have to find two spots on the ship, which is not going to be able to do. If we keep on, I do want to keep on using the deal breaker beam, but I just want to supplement it with something. So we've got the Thuon beam there. The small Thuon beam doesn't actually have any bonuses against shields, or there's no bypass against shields or armor. And so in that case, it's just going to do its damage. It does 12 damage. What does a railgun do? 11 damage. You can see there that the damage rate is 2.1. The railgun does, it's only 11 damage, but it does 3.6, so it does a lot more damage. That might be the better way to go, would be to forget about the iron cannons, which are there to disable the ships. So we're trying to disable them to stop them from jumping. They have been effective. God, it's a hard choice. Let's persist with it a little bit longer. Let's just persist and see how we go. Being saying, so it's good when you want to disable and capture ships, which is what we want to do. We're wanting to and we're also wanting to turn away the invasion fleets, which will be coming our way, and our ships will do that, like they will, because they'll break through into the actual internals of the ship. I don't want to get rid of the deal breaker beam entirely. If I got rid of it, I'd be able to really open it up. Be able to just keep the small sentinel cannon is at the top there in the front. If I ditched, God, it's a hard one really. If I completely got rid of the iron cannon and the deal breaker, I'd then be able to put in big weapons. Got a surge blast there as well, which is an area weapon. This is I don't want to be using surge blasts in close proximity. So it really comes back down to the torpedoes again, where they do again once the shields are down, they then start to smash into the actual and do damage inside, which is actually good, and they're size 30. So if I got rid of the iron cannon and the deal breaker, I think I'll just keep it what I've got actually. Yeah, so I was saying if you don't want to use torps, use blasters. So they have high damage per second, and deal breaker will remove the shields. Well, the deal breaker bypasses the shields. I mean, eventually the shields will drop because of the damage done inside. Yeah, I do like the torpedoes. It's just it does come down to usually the size, and they are weak against shields. But whereas the beams they're fairly sort of standard. 24 damage is pretty substantial. The other thing I'd do would be to use a medium deal breaker. So we still get the damage. So we could actually take a medium deal breaker, which would then save me a fair bit of... well, that's 57 minus 38. So that gives me 19 left to play with. Then take over the 12. So we're looking at another 30 odd. So I could actually do that combination of Epsilon torpedo and the railguns. I do like the idea of them, like just because they smash their way through the shield, but the shields drop pretty quickly anyway with what we've got. So it really does come down to the in this one here we do actually have the this one is a bit weaker against armor. The 28 versus the 30. The other option is that we start to do more research to get better equipment, get large torpedoes and things like that. That might be a way to do this, actually. Let's just leave it the way it is. We'll just cancel it. So we'll just keep them with what they are until we sort of have a bit more of a look. Let's have a look at our tech. And so we've got that one underway. The weapons. One there is just going to give me the vortex bomb, which again I don't really need at this stage. And we can see there we're now starting to pick up a bit of tech, from the ships that we actually have taken over. So that one there, all that we don't get the large from that one. I think there may be a missing area in here because normally there's like a large torpedo. Maybe it's even after this. It's going to take me 5 years to get that one. We've got the missiles down that way, bombardment missiles, basic point defense. I don't need to go any further there. We do have accelerated projectiles. This is a heavy railgun, size 40. Is actually not bad at all. This one does a lot of damage as a railgun, which actually is good. And it's got good range. And that there is only size 40. So I could actually sort of throw in a torpedo and a railgun if I wanted to go that way. That's 7 years to get that. Let's go back up the top to the beams. So this is the Thuon. We can get a large one there at size 42. That's actually, that combined with a medium, that was actually not bad. So what's that going to take me? 6.5 years. I might throw that into the mix actually. Let's go and pay the costs on that one. And we're wanting to befriend the Artooks at this stage, so we'll just do it in this order. All right, that was good. Okay, so yeah, Orangutan's saying they're very slow on that station. Yeah, they were. It was just because they kept on sort of the damage gets spread across all sorts of different things. So Bioff saying I play them a lot and I use normal beams on all large, low DPS on a 1 versus 1 ship battle. But when you have lots of ships, it does quite well. The Haakonish have lots of large slots. You can make yes. I think that what we'll do is we'll go for the let's go for the large Thuon beams as well, just to supplement what we've got. I think that will then go and work. A1B is saying the 55-year-old video. I'm not sure what you mean. All right, let's continue on. We've got so that one's then sort of working. Now that's right. They're talking about the video that went corrupt while I was doing a live stream, wasn't it? That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, it's the oldest video on YouTube. I forgot about that. I've got a video that actually, and I forget which one it actually is. I forget what it's actually for, but it was apparently it's just one of those YouTube anomalies where it's I think it's the oldest video on YouTube, and it was just that somehow the date corrupted. But I forget which one it is. Anyway, it's sort of it's weird. It's a weird one of those weird little YouTube things. So. Okay, so with the Yantra is under attack, and again, these are now other. We're going to start to see other groups now coming back in. Just let the game sort of keep on thumping along until something actually does happen. The Fusoko system should now be safe. New mining station completed. Just wait until we get all these things. So they keep on attacking out this way in Yantra. Well, I'm going to have a couple of fleets down here that can actually look after that. Treasure recovered. Not going to get back what we lose from the pirates. The pirates are both. There's 2 more pirates groups back out this way. So we will send out a group to the Yantra system just to stop these pirates from operating without some sort of a problem. That's good. Pick up a bit more loot there. Mining station completed. So look and see how many construction ships we've got. We've got a fair few. They're all doing stuff, so let's go and maybe buy more because we do have money. So go back to construction ships. Purchase those. You're saying you can save space with the frogs by just using one of their racial fuel cells. I've put 2 on because it does give us. It allows me to go anywhere really. There was 3 by default on some of the ships. Offer Polymathia a gift. Oh, this is what I meant before. So what this one does is, this is actually one of the things that they've now changed. It's not in the base game yet, but the diplomacy treaty is set to suggest. And so if I want to change that, I can just go and think, if this starts to annoy me, I can change this one to a different group. So view all the automation settings in the policy screen, or just cycle through what I want through here. So I can actually go through and actually change the settings for this particular one. But where is Polymathia? Don't even know where it is. I don't know. Oh, well, we don't want to do it. Decline that one. New mining station, we'll dismiss that. And Boscara have declared war on the Anorth Sovereignty Hive. Okay. That's interesting. So Tekin's up there. First fleet has now repaired itself. Let's move them off to the Yantra system, which is under attack. So we'll just go into, is that a refueling station? Yep. It's become their new home base, and we'll just set them to defend. So they're going to defend the same system. So anything that attacks into the Yantra system, we'll then go and defend that with our first. So we'll move them out, and they'll know that there's been pirates sort of operating down this way. There's unknown ships out this side as well. You'll be all saying, really looking forward to Shadow Rising. Yes, that's going to be great, actually. CR talks nothing to do with us. I'm just going to grab myself a drink of water, be right back. So these are offering protection, which we don't want. House rulers, will only accept treaties from Haakonish pirates. And with the third, what I should do is just set this one up as well, so that the third is set with their base here. They'll just defend in the same system. The construction ships coming up. Again, with those messages, if they get annoying, you can actually just go to this drop down and start to turn on or off the settings for the messages that come through. You'd have some different sorts of settings in through here as well. You can put them on all, so you get all the messages. You get basically everything, or priority, so you just get like a handful of the important ones. I'll just keep it on default though. That's also another automation setting, which is come in sort of recently. Recently, as in the last year or so. So they're all operating out here. What we want to do is we just want to be careful with the. I've got to be ready for this next attack that's going to come down from these guys. So that's something we just have to be mindful of. Now, how powerful are these? We don't know what sort of ships there are in here. Lots of shielding. The second is essentially ready to go now as well. Might change its orders to just be a little bit bigger, 50M range, just to cover those areas. What have we got there? So there's a lot of pirate ships coming in. This is the same other group that we saw there before. I'll see if I can actually catch those with the second. They're not going to do this one just yet, but they will eventually start to jump off and start to chase these sorts of pirates down. They should be just going from station to station, picking up what they can. See, that's interesting. There's the same group. So these do actually now have multiple home systems. So that's the Lonely Shelter, which is part of the Deadly Gangsters. And this is another one. No, that's different again, just using the same flag. Alright. New ambassador appears. Okay, that's good. And again, we offer these different guys a gift. I'm not going to do it. So we'll decline that one. I might just change this one to manual, so that we don't get that anymore. Just decline it. So I can always go back into the automation settings and turn it back on if I needed to. This is the clans over here, which we do want to be friendly with, because they do actually have access to Zentabia fluid, I think it is. Now this is an attack group moving back or forward. In. They're moving in. Like that's actually that's a force similar to this one over through here. So they've got a defense force. They're pushing their luck in our area. Oh no, that's pirates. They're now hitting our long-range scanner and moving through. So this is actually a pirate fleet moving in to attack the Xander system. Good chance that these guys are paying off the pirates that are down in here. Next time we see them, I think we'll actually send a welcoming party in. Because we do actually have the third. If we're not at war, we might as well send them in. They're still actually repairing. Someone's limping in. Speed is low. That will mean that the energy is out. One of the reactors, energy collector. Both reactors are up. But it's just limping through hyperspace. Took a bit of damage from those pirates. It'll get there eventually, so we'll just wait. Xandu 2 is under attack. There's a lot of them again. Yeah, the pirates look like they've been given a little bit of attention. I guess we're getting ready for Shadow Rising. You can say also pay off the pirates, they make good friends. So I always just have that little house rule. I've played that way for so long. Maybe I should change the house rule to something else. Maybe I can befriend same faction and one other. I think particularly playing as a mercantile guild, we would sort of naturally, I think, sort of work with pirates. The situation is nice and strong. We're seeing unknown ships operating down this way as well. Escort, here we go. Show me. So these guys have just automatically gone across to attack the pirates. Drive offline, that's good. Now, second. Let's capture this guy. Yep, we got it. So, second now. Yeah, so we're doing good damage in here. It should flick across to ours. There we go. And let's go and give it a retirement order. So we don't want to scuttle. It's just disabled at this stage, so we're going to have to come back in with something to fix that one up. Got no more boarding assault strength. These pirates are a lot easier than the other ones that we're fighting. It's been disabled as well. Put it back to defend again. So that will then, this will now just go back home again to get ready for the next one. But that was good. We wiped out a fair few pirate ships there. Tail Sly Fox is under attack by a lone pirate. Just trying to jump away. We are slow in space. So it's outside of the range now. It's still set to auto. We need to get long range scanners as well. What do we need for those? Yeah. So we've got 17% sensor research. We need 20%. We're not far off. Not far off. Let's go and boost our research. Actually, it's going to be fairly important that we do that. So structured research back over here is going to take 14 years. We get the Science Academy, which gives me an all research there of 10%, which will then allow me to then build the long range scanners. I think that's too long to wait, so I think I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing, but we'll keep an eye open for research that actually does the, is it the high tech as well? This one, yeah, requires sensor research. But I think high tech also does it. So we have 12 and then 5 from all research. But we need 20%. Let's have a quick look and see if we can spot any other areas that we would be wanting to get with research. So we have a couple of research centres. There's actually a centre research there of 12%. Well, this one is high tech, which no, that's not counting. I'll just do a show me there. This thing has come right into the middle of our group. Again, we do initial damage, but we just don't do the killing blow all that easily. These don't give me any actual boost. So this one here, the Biblis system, where's that? Biblis way over here. Yeah, we've got a spaceport there that we're doing a little bit of research with. There is a research station out here. Let's go and see if there's any other spots. Yeah, we don't have any others. We need sensor up to 20% or all research up to another few percentage points as well. Let's have a, like again, this is one of these things where I would really like to get it. And they're now all moving back. Those pirates, they're moving back to their base. If we have a look at the research stations that are around, just see if there's anything that we would be wanting to try to capture. Let's go this way. New mining station complete. And so if we just type in the word research. So we've got the Bilbus, the Takama. They're the only ones we are aware of. So there's a Takama one back over this way. In this area. spaceport. Mining and research. And this one is a armor research. So just quickly have a look at these. Again, we've just got little ships dribbling in. This is in the Yantra system. So I'm not going to have to worry about that one. Just get rid of that. So we've got a couple of pirates in here. So this is our first, which does actually have a little bit of... let's go and capture this one. Yep, we're going to get that one easily. So these, this group, who are they? These are Actarians. They're not very strong, so that's why we're having such an easy time actually boarding their ships. Okay, first is now back to manual. Let's just go back this way. So we'll capture this ship, no problem. And we can send it off again once it's been re-enabled. And so with the first, no mission, so we'll just put this one back to defend again. That will just look after everything in this system. Second is still operating down that way, which is fine. So they're just going to be wiping out these pirates. I think at that stage we can then go across and smash both of these. They're just Tikans and Actarians, so they're not going to be all that strong. So these are now -7. They're quite friendly. Here's the humans, -1. That's a good one. Probably want to befriend them if we can. And the this is now becoming positive with the Sioux. I don't know. I think it's the XOUS is like Sioux, isn't it? So Sisu, the Sisu administrative clans. That'll be fine. Just let that one go. Second Defence Force, assign the mission. There's a Gravelex out that way. Alright, I think we've sort of got to a point where we're relatively strong. We've got a lot of money. We're slowly getting through our research. We need to keep on finding other opportunities for us. I might go to... Diplomacy is going to ultimately have to be fairly important to us. Okay, we found location maps. Doesn't really matter that much. You know, I think I might actually befriend this as much as I possibly can. I've got ally there. This is automatic. Now our reputation has actually gone into the positives now, finally, after all the stuff we've done. We did invade an independent colony, but that's now rusted away. But destroying these pirates has really made people happy with us. Let's speak with them. Actually, we've got a trade. We've got a bit of a trade going on with them, which is great. So we want to extend this. So offer a treaty. Why won't they do it? Oh, we don't like you enough. Improve relations by 1. So that one there is by 12, but this one's only by 1. Non-aggression treaty by 8. So that's pretty simple. That's pretty easy for us. If we just go back out and go never mind and send a gift, just a small gift. Thank you. And this one now will then make their happiness with us go up to +7. So we can now negotiate another deal. So they've accepted our gift, and we've got heaps of money. So we can start to do this a lot, I think. We might do this with the humans as well, and just start to try to get ourselves into situations where we do actually have these trade deals. So offer a treaty. Now we'll offer a restricted trade agreement, and then we'll start to get things like non-aggression treaties and stuff like that as well. So we've now got a restricted trade agreement with them, and we want to then pick this one up to bigger numbers, so we can keep on giving them money to actually get them to like us a lot. We are rusting away a little bit because the gift will sort of deteriorate. The fact that we have given them gifts will then also accumulate. So it sort of cancels it out a little bit, but we have to then keep on giving gifts to keep this one going. So that's actually fine. We've got to exploit trade loopholes. You may choose to exploit loopholes in your trade treaty to take 10,000 credits from this faction. No doubt they will be quite upset. We don't want to do that. So that's one of the little things we can go and do playing as the Haakonish. So let's just go and leave them. We go back to these. Troubled by strange alien ways. That's actually rusting away as well. But they're not super happy with everything. So let's just go back in, and again we've got a thing here where we do want to ally with them. So we will go and speak with them as well, and we'll offer them a gift. And I'll give them another 12,000, and we'll offer treaties. We just don't have quite enough. +4. So we need to have, we need it by 1. So we'll have to just do another gift. And we can't do it just yet. For another year and a half. I should have given more. I almost did. Almost gave them the middle amount. Anyway, the fact that we've given them gifts is a good sign. And the Teekans as well. We should actually give them money. Because although we may... Yeah, we've already got a restricted trade agreement with them. So we want to sort of set up the trade block with the different factions like this. So speak with them. Negotiate a deal. Oh, hang on. Never mind. Offer treaties. Yeah, they need to improve this one quite a bit. This one's not really going anywhere, but again, we do actually have a lot of trade income with them. This is how we're making our money. So we need to keep this one going. The enemy that we're keeping out is this one here. So we've got a couple down this way which are going to be a problem, but the Comorenses military junta is the one that we're probably going to end up having trouble with, I would think. But if we get these, if we really quite closely befriend and end up with a big trade block in through around us, it's going to serve us well, I think. So Tarandil saying, "Hi Daz, I love it when you play this game." I love playing it actually. It's sort of one of those things where I don't have a hell of a lot of time today, and so I thought I'd just get this one moving a little bit more into a solid direction. I think I'm playing this one during the week on the Slytherin channel in a few days' time. I think so. I just wanted to get this one a little bit advanced. New mining station complete. So we're going to ultimately end up trying to smarm our way through this region of space and then try to dominate this region down in here, I think, ultimately. So we're under attack. Where are you? A lot of pirates there. Wow, that's a long way away. Yeah, we might have to do something with our fleets to take out these pirates. Do the same thing we did before. I mean, if we get rid of the pirates, then they're going to like really they do. It stops them from doing these raids. Okay, detected after failing to steal the territory map of the Comorenses military junta. All right, so we're starting to now try to get into doing different things. There's a Boscaran world out there. And the Wekarus world. This is all under this group here is really the Quamino have really expanded. They must be miles ahead. No, they're not. The Comanches is actually winning because of the race victory conditions. But in terms of, their economy is better than ours, which is surprising. They're coming third. Wow, the Teekans are further out as well. That's not good. We should really have a better economy than what we have. We have a lot of money. Oh, it's a full-blown pirate raid. Let's go and deal with this. Capture this ship. A few more, please. That's enough. Okay, got that one. This one here is still damaged and is trying to escape, so it's jumping away. I'm going to tell it to go and retire. Actually, if I do that, it's going to delay its escape from there, and so I don't really want that to happen. So I'm just going to go and destroy this. So we'll bypass this one now. With the groups that we actually have, the ships. So we're looking at ships not in a fleet. So this one's escaping, and this one here is actually just going off and doing its own thing. But I do want to retire this one as well, these pirate ships, because we want to get the tech from it. That one should come back to ours. It's gone. Right, that one's escaping, but we'll now tell it to go back and retire at the spaceport. That one is... Can't click on it. There we go. It's disabled at the moment, so all we can do is scuttle it until it becomes, until they fix it all up. Still got a fair few things here. So we could take probably one more ship. Still jumping. I'm not going to be able to stop them, so let's just kill this one off. You know, I really don't think these pirates are nowhere near as strong as the previous ones that we were fighting. It takes a lot for us to actually kill off the ships, doesn't it? It's sort of interesting. We do disable quickly, but we don't finish them off. That one's retiring. This one here, just got to wait until it heals up. Okay, so the first is just back to defense again. And then I think we'll take one of these fleets out. We've done a lot of damage here. We're not taking any real damage. Let's send the first fleet out to the... oh, there's another pirate ship. Be off seeing if you've played the XL mod. No, I'm trying not to play mods that change the game too much. So not a hell of a lot. Hi LT Gaming, saying I'd like to give this one another go. It's a great game. This is the preeminent space combat game, or space 4X game. Really, it's not even a game; it's a simulation. It is so damn good. It's the thing I love about this game is that in most games when you actually go to war, you've got it becomes all about big things, whereas wars in this game are about little things that then accumulate, and it's sort of just like in real life. Like you don't just go straight for the jugular in this game, or you could if you were strong enough, but typically it's all about little defenses, little attacks, just trying to get very specific little objectives all the way through. If you need something, you'll go to war over just that one little thing, whereas there's no other game like it, and you don't really know what you're going to be dealing with when you do this as well. So it's a very, very cool game. So the obvious thing I do is go right for the home world and nuke it from orbit. But you've got to be strong enough to be able to do that. And usually I'm not. So my forces are usually lower, and that's why, even in this victory conditions that we have, we are middle of the road, which is actually good going for us. But it's sort of the we're earning the most from trade income in the galaxy at this stage, which is why we're where we are. But in terms of our actual power, like the actual economy, population, and territory, we are ahead of the. Actually, that's interesting. We're ahead of the Unity Swarm. Ahead of both of these Gizarians, actually, but see, the Boscaran's got a bigger economy than what we've got. Humans have got a much bigger economy. The Artooks have got a bigger economy. So all the factions that we know are much, much bigger than us, which makes it difficult. And this is why fighting these guys is going to be hard. It's going to be hard work, and we won't be able to just go and. Eventually, I will be trying to take their homeworlds, but I'll be doing it through trade, I'll be trying to get to a position where they have to trade with me, where they've got no choice, where they're sort of subjugated, which is why we've got so many assault strengths on the ships. So they're automatically now moving back to the home base. I think we can actually take these out. Let's get rid of the Tekin pirates first, eh? So to attack the Lonely Shelter. Now, if my ships are all together, which they are, I don't need to prepare an attack. I can just do an attack. What was that ship? I don't know. So our first fleet has to do a jump before it can get there. That orange line is showing the jump range. So it has to jump somewhere. So it's going to bounce off MZ 54, which is just a white dwarf with no resources or anything around it. Here we go. We've got electromagnetic defenses. Now we don't really need that on our actual ships, so I'm not going to worry about putting that on my combat designs because I don't need to be fighting inside nebulas. There are nebulas around which we may have to get into eventually, but we don't need to do that initially. So I'm just going to allow that so that the explorers can basically have that one on board, so we can get in. There's one area in particular that we want to go and try to exploit with that. So that's now good. We've got the Artooks coming in just about a year. I'll keep that one going. The humans as well. I'll push that one up. So we'll just get both of those done fairly fast. So if I just go back down to the Artooks, and we'll just pay for this one. That way we can halve the time it's going to take to get that one. So it's now going to come in 134 days. And then that way we'll be able to get even stronger relationships with them. Oh, Ambassador Siko Safu has been dismissed due to poor skills and general incompetence. Better just double check and see what other ambassadors we have. So we've got the Anorth Hive. Okay, I've only got the 3. I really need to get one across the humans. Which we don't know where they, where their home base is, so we can't even do that just yet. All right, keep it going. I think I'll actually start to get the 3rd fleet to extend out their range to 100m, just to get rid of all of these beasts. Back out this way. So for a 7, wow, that's a heap. That's so many. Yeah, we need to get rid of these pirates. So the construction ships are now going off to retrofit. We need to get in here. We need to get in to grab these cruisers and destroyers and carriers and stuff. There's a hive frigate there as well. Another hive frigate there. So we need to get into those. What else have we got in around here? Heaps of Gravelexes. That's going to be a difficult operation to pick those up. Can we do it yet? No, they don't show up yet. So this one here is going back to retrofit at the spaceport here. I think what I'll do is I'll use this one to just go in and have a quick look at these. So it will be retrofitting to the new Traveller, which will have the shield on board. So they're attacking that Gravelex. First is on its way. The ambassador has appeared. Yep, okay, that's fine. That's what our replacement. Should have seen Daz always bullies the Teekans. Well, actually, we want to befriend them in this game, I think. Don't think we can give a gift just yet. No, still can't do it just yet. Yeah, another 6 months or so. Now, befriending the Artooks and then the humans as well. This is going to help us with our dealings with them. They're just still off, just trying to clear out the territory. Now these that we've captured, retire and retire. There we go. Basic diplomacy has now been done. So it provides the following advances, so general incidents +2 and diplomatic incidents back in there as well. So we end up with a better relationship with them. Let's go back down this way. And the humans will pay the cost there. I just wonder whether we shouldn't try to get the Mortallans as well. So the Artooks, we've done the basic, but then we've got effective diplomacy in through here. So our knowledge of culture and customs goes up by +4. And the assimilation rate, if we do take them over, goes up as well. No, it takes too long. Quemino we've got hooked in there as well. We'll just get these basic ones. Teakins we should actually throw in. Throw that one up there as well. We'll get that after we get the efficient beam weapons. Alright, I'll exit the research. So we crashed the research there for the humans. And retiring those pirate ships will then just give us a bit of a boost along. First is got its boarding assault strength back up again. Now if we go across into which one do we want to do here? Colonies. So that's too far away. Nothing else that one's close to being good enough for us. But really nothing much around in terms of creating new colonies. Now would be a good time to start to do that one. Oh, Shurajuralin has been dismissed due to poor skills and general incompetence. Is Shurajuralin in the chat? He is in the chat. There we are. So, does that count? Yes, it counts. Yes, it counts, I think. What do you reckon, guys? Still got Quark. So, Shurajuralin has... Yeah, I think that counts as a banning. Do we vote on it? Would that be the fair thing to do? I can set up a quick poll, I think, if I needed to. Actually, no. Look, I think it's a banning. That's he's now off the game, out of the game, and that's so that's the price to pay. I don't know what his skills were. I thought his skills were good. Yes, I think banning is fair enough. So we'll ban for 30 minutes. So anyway, farewell, Shurajuralin. So Shurajuralin has been now banned and is out of the game. So we just missed that one. Funny, I thought he was doing pretty well. He'd gone in and stolen the maps from down in here. He'd sort of done all sorts of stuff. Anyway, that was a bit of a problem. Being saying that's what you get for slacking on the job. Yes, it is indeed. What's the third fleet going off to do? That should be... well, actually, it was supposed to go off and defend this area. I'm just going to give it a order not to... just to stop what it's doing and then just come back in. It'll then automatically then try to find targets. I don't know why it went out there. I must have had it selected and then right click somewhere. I'm guessing that's what it would be. There's another pirate group. Who's that one? Blood Claw Force. That's the same ones that we killed before, isn't it? It's just where they now are. It's interesting. They're all attacking. There's unknown ships here. That's somebody else's fleet. We have a station out this way, but its actual generator, just the what it can look at, its sensor has actually been destroyed by the pirates. God, there's so many of them. There's two different pirate groups. They're actually competing pirate groups. This is what the fights are. Interesting. So the pirates are fighting with pirates out there. Here comes our first force. Oh, we do have a friendly group. I don't even know where they are. Here we come. So here comes the first. There's nothing much here. No, it's too strong. Okay, so the Another Sovereignty Hive and Boscara simulation have made peace. Okay, we've now got the human language as well. We've found Gravelix carcasses. Okay, so from the destruction that we're doing, the escort is in the Chimera system, which is where we are now. So this is the attacks that we're now going to be looking at. Now the efficient Thuon beams, we've got a lot of money, so we'll just go back across and boost this along. So we'll pay the cost and try to get this one as fast as we can. And then we'll sort of redesign our ships, which I won't get a chance to do that today. We're very slow moving. These are disabling. We've got these are iron sort of blasts. This is a Tekin group, the Deadly Gangsters. Frigate. For that big cruiser. Frigate. We've done some damage to it already. That's the other frigate, isn't it? This, the hyperdrive is offline. Let's capture this thing. Yep, we got that one. Is that the cruiser? Nope. Okay, weapons, still got 4 normal weapons. So we are disabling things. This is actually what we do well. So we get it to a point where they're ineffective. What have we got over here? It's another frigate. Yeah, so all the weapons are now down on this thing. There's really nothing much else. Where's that other ship gone? It's just moved off, so we'll just grab the Sting of Chimera and retire at Matrani 3. Off you go. So we'll take that, thank you. Yeah, this is so much easier than the last attack. We really needed 2 fleets to take out the last one. There's another frigate. It's gone. Finish this thing off. Okay, so so Bjorf's saying "cool bird" in the background. Actually, I didn't hear it. Yeah, it's nearly dawn here, and so there we go. Yeah, I don't know what sort of bird that is. Yeah, no, it is cool actually. We get a lot of birds, of course, with the singing away. Now what have we got there? That's the other ship. So just go back to the first. So they're what's this guy doing out here? Oh, this is actually a they're building back out this way as well. Let's go and make sure that we end up. Oh, we haven't actually been able to explore it yet. Yeah, we've got mining ships and stuff already here. So the first is actually pretty healthy. We can go off and destroy this other pirate group. Let's just do that straight away. But I have sort of pretty much run out of time, so I think what I'll do is I might just leave it here. I'll just go and attack this. But yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing the big pirate cruisers anywhere. But I do have to get going. I've got to go for a swim, so I'll leave it here, guys. So thanks for watching. This week I've got a lot of Slytherin streams and a lot of stuff before Slytherin streams, so I'll sort of be streaming a fair bit. They've got some big announcements actually coming, and I don't know what they are, so I'm looking forward to sort of finding out what... I know some of the games that they're going to be talking about are fairly exciting, like Battle Plan and stuff like that. I think Distant Worlds will also then have some information coming out about what its plans are coming up. Someone's got a retrofit. Oh, this is actually... this will be for the fuel tankers, because they're the only things that we actually have got that that do get automatically redesigned. So yeah, George was saying pirate on pirate action. Yes, it was. And Adrian's then saying some bird couldn't be heard at your place. Yes, there's yeah, I don't know which one it is. We had a storm last night, so sometimes they come out after the storms. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. Shadow Empire. They may talk about it, but we already know what the plans are for Shadow Empire. Like they're still working on that more diplomatic sort of style of government. I guess it's more government more than diplomacy, where the government sort of becomes a lot more intricate in the actual game itself. So I don't think there'll be any surprises there, but I have been told that there's a lot of surprises coming up. So that's in 2 days' time, and so I'll be in 2 days' time. I'll be streaming on my own channel. I've got a game that they want me to play as a lead up into what's going on, and so there's a game that comes out in a week or so, and then after that, like they've asked if I can sort of sit and watch what the thing is, but still stream it on my own channel. So I'll definitely be doing that. I've been trying to think of the way to even have the sort of, like I did it once before years ago, where I actually had like a poll going the whole time. It was actually a poll that was set up, and it would actually show on the screen what people were thinking about what was being presented. And I think I might try to find a way of doing that again. I just forgot what I did. It was a few years ago. So Bjork's saying that they seem like cool devs. I like a lot of their games. Yeah, they really are. They're great to deal with. I mean, but to be honest, so many of the devs are, like so many of the publishers are. Like it's I really like particularly in the last few years, like the publishers have been fantastic. Like Paradox is great to deal with. As we said before, Stardock is great to deal with as well. Hooded Horse, they're all fantastic people. Like just to, and of course, with Slytherin as well. Like I mean, I've been dealing with Slytherin for so long. And they're just such nice people. Like everyone you deal with there is just really, really nice people. So it's, but that's pretty much across the board. Like you don't, there's sometimes, and like even like Microprose. I'm just thinking of where there's where there might be sort of like when PR companies can get involved, it can get a little bit funny because they're not close to the games. But in Microprose's case, the PR company or the guy that actually does PR is sort of fully integrated into what they're doing, and it's fantastic. He's fantastic. Like he's just an amazing guy as well. So it's really, really cool. Like they're just these publishers are fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow. I may even do a chat tactic tomorrow. I have to think about it. So if I'm not on Twitch, it'll be because I'm just on YouTube with chat tactic. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.